people in this town working. You know what I mean? But few of them work as often and as well as my next guest, Peter Breitmayer. Will you please join me on stage? All right, so Peter is coming straight to the couch.
Everyone.
And don't think he doesn't, it's not that he
I
doesn't
don't do
have
ads.
skills.
I don't hawk product.
You now see, they owe you
Drink
money.
this out of the right side. Here, I'll have to drink it from this side, I guess.
We could try.
That is delicious.
Hey, Peter, are you feeling parched? When you
I certainly was. Boy,
when you
Coca-Cola
feel
Zero
parched,
ought to solve that
Coca-Cola
problem.
Zero. Boy, you're looking fit. You must be drinking water all the time. This is true.
Well, the aspartame slows down my metabolism. And actually,
ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Breitmayer. First of all, applaud him wildly. Excellent job. Don't spill your beer. I mean, it's not that important. I understand. He looked at me like, I want to applaud, but I have this full beer. What do I do? You did it right. You made the right choice. Peter,
it was more like, I don't know who this person is.
Should I applaud him or not?
I'd rather drink my beer.
I don't even know if he deserves it yet. For your consideration. First of all, I mentioned earlier at the introduction that I'm what they call a Minnesotan. So is the man to my right-hand side.
Yes.
So he starts there. And Peter, I went to the IMDb.
You did.
And I looked up some of your
source.
credits. Now, before we have a demonstration on the screen, we're going to show some of your credits in a moment, but not yet. Because here are a list of everything you've done that I give a crap about. I couldn't list everything. We would have been here all night. But these are the things that I care about.
Okay, good.
1991 is the first one I found. Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah.
And then here we go. Right. This is bringing up Drop Dead Fred, Jingle All the Way, Just Shoot Me, Malcolm in the Middle, King of Queens, Boston Legal, How I Met Your Mother, CSI, Mad Men, Desperate Housewives, Horrible Bosses, The Closer, Grey's Anatomy, The Middle, NCIS, Fargo the series, and If My Eyes Do Not Deceive Me.
Oh yes, here it comes.
The upcoming Fantastic Beasts, J.K. Rowling's most recent film. Now maybe you put your beer down.
We can't even say We're still not even allowed to say the entire title
and
of the film.
Coca-Cola owes
So
you
secret.
some damn money. You're a big deal. You're too big of a deal to just hold things like that. So that's an incredible resume, and you're not even half dead yet. You probably have a few more things cooking.
If I don't pull a Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Too soon.
He's one of my favorites. I'm not.
You know, we tried to get him on the show, but he doesn't answer any more of my emails. He's booked. All right, so.
Yeah, I can't believe, like, when you say the list, I can't believe the list. I'm like,
you're like,
that's
was I in there?
That's way longer than what's in my head
And like I said,
for my list, right?
So of the ones that I listed off, did any, when I mentioned them, make you go, oh, yeah, that was a good one? Any favorites?
Well, Fargo, the series.
Yeah, it's
in the
really
middle,
good.
is a great show that everybody. Esquire just had a thing come out. I'm not on it anymore. I was in the first 4 seasons. I did like 12 episodes, but as Patty Heaton's nemesis at the dealership. But Esquire just had this article out saying the middle is the best show that you're not watching. It's really.
So that's a double-edged sword to read that. Were you like, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, well,
thanks,
okay.
I think.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
you know what? Now, you were on Desperate Housewives. I don't remember you in Desperate Housewives.
I was on Desperate Housewives, and I was at a Halloween party as a football player, as a quarterback, and I was hitting on, which actress was it? The one with the dark hair?
Eva Longoria?
Eva Longoria.
You couldn't remember her name?
I know, and I'm sorry. It was a while ago.
Where's your wife?
She's left.
Gone. All
she had
right,
to leave
that's
with my
probably
son.
why
He
she's like,
stayed up a little
boring,
too late
heard
last night.
it, I'll be outside. Yeah. So you hit on Eva Longoria. Probably didn't go well. I'm just guessing.
It didn't. I got beat up by her boyfriend on the show.
So you did stunts.
Well, yeah, he pushed me up against the railing and like held me up against the railing, and I was like, whoa, hey, buddy, like the classic actor, hey, buddy thing. Whoa, hey,
I see
man,
why
hey,
you
whoa, I wasn't hitting on your girlfriend. Come on.
Cool. That was great.
Except for I did it better than that. I did a lot of takes, so they used a good one, but they wouldn't have used that one.
Now, did they shoot that particular moment on the Universal lot?
Yeah, they did. They shot it on the lane, Wisteria Lane, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the one that everybody gets, like when you take the Universal tour, they take you on Wisteria Lane.
Has anybody been on the Universal Studio tour? I hear the people who lead those tours are very attractive. I think that was written up in Variety. Above average attractiveness is what they said.
Can you give us a name?
Hard to say. Yeah, so Wisteria Lane is super cool. Did you know some of the other stuff that they shot there on Wisteria Lane includes Animal House?
No, I
didn't know.
And
The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher, also shot on the same street where they shot Desperate Housewives. I'm surprised you weren't in any of those.
Well,
thanks.
I was busy hitting on Evelyn
I understand.
Which takes a lot of energy.
Now
you have to be very clever.
Well, yeah, she's very attentive. Yeah. Now, these are your television and film credits, but there's commercials that the good people may recognize you from too.
Yes, my agent is sitting right over there.
And we have yes.
And Wayne's agent.
And
Alicia Ruskin, everyone.
Guess who else?
The reason why I've survived in this town.
Peter, guess who else's agent she is?
Yours.
I know. I have an agent.
It's multi-layered here.
I know. We'll see. I don't know.
A lot of people are being represented.
Talk to me at the end of the show. But at the moment, as far as I know, I have an agent. So, but
she actually came here to dump you.
She came here with a weird piece of paper. She keeps crying, but I think it's okay. I think we're good. Everything's fine. We have now. Peter is mentioned these credits, but this commercial, for those of you who aren't from Australia, is probably going to look familiar. Sweetheart, would you?
Although
be
they did an Australian version.
Really?
No, we are giving it away for just 3 easy payments of $4.99 plus tax. The lines are blowing up. We've got Deborah from Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, no, it's slow. You guys realize anyone can use the Name Your Price tool for free on Progressive.com, right?
It never gets old. Never.
She should talk. She's always on television.
I think that's the joke they were trying to create. That's cute.
Now, I understand that the reason why it was shot that way is because Flo refuses to be in the same room with you guys anymore.
Yes, after the first 3 spots, she said she was so sick of us that we had to shoot on separate days. And
so
I still text her though. That's good of you. Because I'm annoying and I don't have any social boundaries. So.
Hey, Flo! She's been on. I mean, she's been doing those ads.
Hey, Steph. Hey, can I come see you?
It's Peter. It's Peter. I said
Aren't you doing a show tonight at whatever?
What are you
doing? Can I come see your improv thing?
Are you sitting at home with your dog?
You have a husband and a child too, don't you? I know where you live.
That's good. I think that you're going to do very well in this town. I understand that. That's how it works. Her name is Stephanie, you said.
Stephanie Courtney. Yeah.
She is so funny. I think I saw her in something else, and she's so unrecognizable because the Flo thing.
She is one of those people where a lot of people that get these gigantic campaigns, they have trouble booking things on TV and film because they look like this person, and they have trouble booking sometimes because it's like, well, we can't really cast Flo in this because everybody will look at her and think that's Flo. But she actually looks very different in the other stuff she does. She's been in Mad Men and some other shows, and it's the wig and the whole bit just makes her look so completely different. And she is a delight to be around.
Very good to know,
She's
because
a
that
lovely
matters.
person.
That does
It
matter, right?
And she's extreme. I mean, obviously she's very funny, but she's really, really fun to work with, and she's always sweet. And she always gets every time we shoot, she always gets the ice cream truck for the entire crew and everything. She'll order, what's the yogurt place? What's it called?
Yogurtland?
Yeah, Yogurtland. No, what is that?
Cold Stone?
Pinkberry. She'll always order Pinkberry and stuff like that.
That's nice. We had somebody throwing some hot dogs on a grill for you.
I know. They were delicious too.
I know, that was pretty nice. That was Steve did that. That was nice of him. So what would you say is the worst role you've ever had?
Well, it was a grim time in Minneapolis. I'm from Minneapolis as well, and I worked there for about 8 years. I had a couple of bad ones there, but this one, for some reason, just really hit me. I was not working. It was really, nothing was happening. I was broke. And I got a call from this guy who will call his, I'm not going to say his name, but his initials are John Remington. And he called me, and he said, and he's a guy that does a lot of live corporate gigs. You know what those are? Like industrials, like, you know, if anybody's ever been to like a convention, you'll see performers on the stages. Well, this was one of those kind of, he did a lot of stuff like that for him, and he called me and said, Pete, I got a job for you. I'm like, okay. From the tone, I can tell that this is going to be hard. What is it? And he goes, well, before I tell you what it is, it's $25 an hour. And this is 1994, I think. I'm like, $25 an hour? And he goes, how many hours? He's like, it's 3 hours. So $75 in 3 hours. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. And at this point, I was the king of Minneapolis. Stage, screen, you know, and it was just so bad. And so he said, we have a situation where they're doing some construction downtown on Nicollet Mall. The food court needs people to pass out coupons on Nicollet Mall, which is like a outdoor walking street, and to convince people to come into the food court because all the construction is preventing people from coming in. And so we need you and 2 other guys are gonna go down there and pass these out. And I said, so we just go down and pass these coupons out? He goes, well, no. There are 3 costumes. An order of fries, a drink cup, and a pita bread sandwich. And I immediately said, pita bread sandwich.
I'm Peter Breitmayer.
Now this is outside of the, this was not a call from my agent. This is key to the story. My agent did not call me for this. This is not the kind of jobs that she would either want me to do or allow me to do or bring to me. So I said, pita bread sandwich. He said, okay, tomorrow to 10:30, you go to this room, blah, blah, blah. So I'm, driving my car and crying. And I get downtown and I park and I walk in to this room, and there are the other 2 guys there who are also, they're kind of like, these are sort of big shot guys in Minneapolis, like Jim Cunningham and and I walk in and I go through the door and I see them and they see me and we just are staring at each other. Okay, let's do this. And I go over to the pita bread sandwich at the same time that he goes to the pita bread sandwich. And we're looking at, I said, John told me John said I could get the pita. And he goes, no, he told, no, I specifically said the pita bread sandwich. He told me I got the pita bread sandwich. You're gonna have to be the fries. Because Paul is the drink cup. He's already putting the drink cup on. There's 2 costumes. You will be the fries, I will be the pita bread sandwich, and we will hand out those motherfuckers. And so we put our costumes on. It takes a little while. It's cumbersome. I look like a fool. And right before we walk out of the room, we all reach into, almost at the same time, we reach into our backpacks and we all pull out sunglasses. And we're putting them on and we turn and look at each other and we're all putting sunglasses on. Oh, it's terrible. So we go outside and me and Jim are like, we just aren't having it. We're passing the things up and we're looking down like this with the sunglasses, and Paul's jumping around like, I'm gonna have fun, I don't care. And he's drink cupping it all the way up and down Nicollet Mall. And Jim and I are like, here you go, come on, it's 40% off on the thing, $2 for. And I'm standing up and I'm passing stuff out with my pita bread sandwich costume on. And I look up Nicollet Mall, and walking right at me from about 100 feet away is my agent. And she's walking, and I see her face change as she's walking. She's not, initially she's sort of like, and all of a sudden she kind of goes like this. And I was at a corner, like, and I saw her and I went, and went around the corner of the building. Because we locked eyes for just a second, and I went around, and I kind of, stood behind this pillar for a while, and she went by, And I came out, 40% off upstairs. One potato two is giving away 2 potatoes for 1, not even 1 for 1. And so then I go home, and later that day, this is pre-cell phone, I go home, and about 4 o'clock I get my phone rings. Ring, ring, ring. I pick it up. Hello? Hi, Pete, this is Victoria. It's my agent. Hey, Victoria, how you doing? She goes, I'm good. Hey, did I see you today on Nicollet Mall in a taco costume? And I paused and I said, absolutely not. And it was a pita bread sandwich.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, can I tell you one more really quick one? I promise it won't be long.
Yes, please,
one more
please.
really quick one. I did this gig, another gig in Minneapolis in the dark days, where I actually pitched this to these people. I can't believe I pitched this to them. There was going to be a spread, at like a buffet spread, at like a corporate thing, at like a Hyatt, right? And I said, I am going to put I'm going to take a watermelon, I'm going to cut it out and put the rind on my head like a helmet. And then I'll paint my face watermelon red and put little black seeds all over my face. And I'll be in the middle of the table in the fruit display. And when people come by, I'll just be sitting there like this. And then they'll be reaching down for their cantaloupe. And I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, my fiance said, come on, honey, we got to run away together and get married. And I said, I can't elope. And she said, honey, do. I mean, and there was just worse. I mean, that's the best one I had.
These are the pivotal.
$300 for that.
Hollywood.
Bring it in. Taking care of beeswax.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think then it's fair to say that the Trailer Trash Talent Revue will go somewhere on your resume as like a
absolutely
a
right above a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
That's where I would
Send me
hope
at the
we belong.
top.
And you know what? If you ever do a lunch-themed experience again, and you like the pita bread, like I could probably come in and I could do like a Greek accent. And make it really, you know,
I love it.
Me and Peter would be jumping
we could do
around.
it together.
I'm a joiner. I like all of that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please give
thank
Peter
you.
a big round
Thank you,
of
Dawn.
applause.
It's really
Thank
fun.
you so much.
Nice to meet you guys.